Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. We are going to do a random number generator to see how long each day I should read for. I am starting this on a Thursday, so the goal is to do it until next Thursday. I actually have to go out of town next Thursday, I believe it is, so I felt like it would be easier for me to get more reading done if I was at home and able to kind of do my own thing. Plus, like, I am including audiobooks as like something that can be included for reading, especially because I like to listen to audiobooks while I like cut grass, go for walks, anything like that. And I do need to cut the grass this morning, so I'm gonna do that. And I want to finish Miss Peregrine's Home for Children, and then I think I'm gonna start the Midnight Children after that. I was like feeling that vibe of like I really want another book that kind of gives that like cozy vibe, but also gives that like has that fantasy in it too. So I think we're gonna go with that one because I also really want to watch the movie, but once I realized it was a book, I decided to like hold off. So let's do the random number generator. Let's see. I only have to read for 1 hour. Wow. Okay. We're starting off like impressively. And that actually works out because I also am going out with a friend today and she also wants to go for a walk. And I feel like between cutting the grass and walking with her, I feel like I'm going to be pretty tired by the time the day ends. But that's great because I will get lots of done. I will check back in a little while. I am like, wow, I'm impressed that I started off at 1 because I was like thinking, oh no, I'm gonna get 9 hours. It goes up to I think 10, so that is impressive. I'm very impressed. So I'm gonna drink my tea and I think we're gonna like start reading while I'm cutting the grass. And then because I want to finish that book today, that audiobook today, and then I also, if I still have time left after that, I would like to read the Big Little Lies because I'm still working on that. And oh my goodness, Goodreads is like, oh, you're only 51% through, and I'm like, oh, want to like get farther along. But I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. It is the next day. It is Friday. I am so tired still. I slept okay. I just kept waking up a lot. But yeah, I just walked a lot yesterday between cutting the grass and being outside in the morning for like 2.5 hours or so. And then I really should have been drinking like some Gatorade or electrolytes, cause, you know, plus like water, cause I think that was like what really got me with just like that whole not getting enough electrolytes or anything, because then I went and walked with my friend. We even saw a snake, which was like crazy. I hate snakes. That is like, I love animals, but snakes are one of those things where like I want them to be in their own space. I love them like from afar, but I'm happy for them to be in their own, like be outside where they belong. I'm just grateful it wasn't in my house. So I've got my tea and we are gonna spin the wheel to see how long I should read today. I'm going to take it easy today, honestly, so I think it's the perfect day to read as well as just do some cleaning around the house. I only had to read for an hour yesterday, which was like crazy. But I did read some before going to bed as well, because for some reason that always just seemed to help kind of get me to like relax and get me in like a more calm state before going to sleep. I am just like definitely like I only have to meet a student in the afternoon today for coffee or tea. Honestly, I'm thinking like a coffee or a matcha might sound pretty darn good. So I'm feeling that need for a little bit of caffeine. But yeah, I am very much like, I'm thinking today is a good day to just take it easy, clean up around the house, and read. I'm already 69% through Big Little Lies, so man, if we could get that done today, that would be awesome, because then I could start the series that's on, I think it's on Netflix. I really want to watch it, but I also was like, I really want to watch it like after I read the book. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Seven hours. Alright. We have to read for 7 hours today. So we're going to do a lot of reading this morning. And definitely read before I go to bed. Yeah, we got a lot of reading to do. But that's okay. The nice thing is I also have my audiobook I still need to finish. Man, 7 hours feels like a lot. But that's okay. I can do this. Even if I don't get 7 hours, we're going to try. I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to definitely listen to try to finish Miss Peregrine's Children. I am not saying the full name of the book, but I'm gonna try to finish that while I like finish cleaning up, as well as start the next book. And then I also want to start reading, like finish reading Big Little Lies, and we'll see how far that takes us. And yeah. And then maybe we can, I'm honestly, like, after reading Big Little Lies, I'm so ready to, like, read, I have a couple of books that just feel like they would be good books to read for, like that kind of, like, more, like, cleanse type book. I'm just, like, I need a break from the mysteries and the crime books, so I think I'm in a good spot. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye! Don't mind me. My hair is drying and I just pulled it up so that it will not get all the gel and stuff on the couch. While doing grass cutting and trimming and all those usual things, I reached an hour. I only have, according to Spotify, that's where I like to listen to my audiobooks. I know like there's things like Audible and Libby. I just tend to see if I can find one on Spotify because I just feel like it's easier. And I will say I would love to connect my actual like library to like the Libby account or something like that, but I just have not bothered to do that because I don't know. I've just gotten hooked on doing the Spotify. I only have 1 hour and 1 minute left, but I have reached an hour for the day. I honestly am trying to like take a rest because my friend wants to go for a walk when she gets here, and I get pretty like worn out because it starts to get so hot, and I try to get as much done as I can because I usually try to spend like an hour or 2 hours out there, but like, oh my gosh, it's so hot right now. We need rain so bad. I don't know about where you are, but we need rain here. And so it's like I tried to start pulling some like things up that really needed to get pulled out, and it's impossible right now because the dirt is just so hard. We need rain. And then I also like to try to like, I've been trying to encourage myself to like start moving my compost more because I have been very bad at that as well. So really working on doing the garden and stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow for our next drum roll of how many hours I need to read for. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. I did not reach 7 hours yesterday. I got to about 5 hours. I had 2 hours and about like 10 minutes left. So we almost got there, but I did have to take a few breaks here and there in order to go and like meet with a student, and I was with her for a lot longer than I expected, and so that's okay. And now we are going to roll for today to see how many hours I need to read for. I am almost done. I'm at now 93% of Big Little Lies, so I will finish that today. And I'm actually really enjoying The Midnight Children. I don't know, it's a very cozy read. So I've been enjoying that one as well. And I also finished Little Little Purigan's House for Home for Children. Oh my goodness, why can't I get it right? Just such a long title. Alright, let's spin. Ah, there we go. My reaction to 10 hours. Oh wow. Okay. I can tell you, I'm not sure if I'm going to make that because I do have some things I have to do today. But we may possibly get rain today. So, rain is like the perfect type of weather for reading. Think like besides an event I have to go to for my boyfriend's niece, I think otherwise it will mostly be a reading day. I would love to go to the flower festival that is happening today. We will see. Man, 10 hours. Alright. We will see how far we can get. I will keep you guys updated. Bye. I am at a little over an hour already, and I have finished Miss Purigan's Home for Peculiar Children, the audio version, and I just kind of like spent that time trying to clean around the house. I still have a little bit of like cleaning I want to do, so I think I'm going to start the next audiobook, which is the one that I want to start listening to is The Midnight Children, which is by Dane Gimmenhart. They actually have like a TV show or like a movie of it on, can't believe remember if it's Netflix or another streaming service, but I really want to watch that as well. Um so I just kind of wanted to I'm trying to watch like I'm really trying to get better at like reading the books before the movies again because that was me as a child. I really loved doing that as a child, and now I just like I got really like, now it's like I'm watching these TV shows and I'm getting mad at myself because I didn't know it was a book. And so trying to do better about that. And I'm gonna start listening to this one so that I can kind of like have a head start. And then I'm going to um probably read some of Big Little Lies before I have to go and meet with a student for coffee tea. So I think that'll be good. I will see you guys in a little bit for another update. I'm at an hour. I'm at 5 hours and so yeah, 5 hours and 17 minutes. I accidentally added like 1 minute on, so that has not been helpful. I started reading The Midnight Children, and I'm about 10% through that because the chapters are like super short. But honestly, I'm already so pulled into it. I really like it, and I decided to like pause that and try to read some of this. But oh my gosh, I had to come on here because I'm just so like so mad at Madeline, who's one of the characters in the book. If you have not read the book, I'm just so mad at her because like Madeline and Celeste claim they're best friends or whatever, and but really they're Madeline is all like not like, how can you not see that your friend's husband sucks? Like one of those most moments where you're just like so like, I'm ready to be so furious about you, but she's all in her own world. Oh, my life sucks. Like, oh, my daughter wants to spend more time with with her dad, which like, okay, like, I get it, like, but at the same time, like, maybe you should communicate more. Like, maybe you should try to communicate more with the parents. Like, build that actual, like, goodness. Sorry if I gave any spoilers away, but I was just feeling that. I just got so irritated by the line where she's all, like, Madeline looked over toward him and to Perry and Celeste on the other side to see if she could naturally become involved in conversation with someone else. But Perry and Celeste were looking at something on Celeste's phone, and the two of them were laughing, their heads close together like young dating teenagers. The strangeness between them over the signing of the petition had obviously been nothing. Just like, what? No! There was so much she doesn't know. Like, ugh. But, of course, this like uppity private like school thing that they go to, it's like, just crazy. Oh my god. I mean, she picked up on a strangeness, but then yet she's acting like, oh, I guess it must be nothing. No, they're in public. So of course they're gonna like pretend they're okay. Come on. Okay, so I only read for about like maybe 30 minutes or an hour. I still had like, I got to like 8 hours and 13 minutes last night. Hopefully you guys saw. My camera is being like super weird this morning. So I did finish Big Little Lies. I also started this book, and I'm only in page like 14, so it's like, obviously it's not like I'm not hooked, but hopefully it'll get better. I'm really hoping to do something other than 7 or 10 hours today because I still have to go grocery shopping. I don't have to get a lot because I am only going to be here for about like 3 days before I have to go out of town for Mother's Day and for all of that stuff. So hopefully we can, get a lot of reading done, but also we can have a nice day of like only 1 hour. All right. Alright, I can do 3 hours. 3 hours is not bad. 3 hours is okay. I will accept 3 hours. Alright? Like, that's better. 3 hours is good. Because I usually read for about like 2 hours at night anyway. That's why I've been like coming back in the morning to talk. Because I just have been so tired at night by the time I finish reading that I'm just like, lights off, go to sleep. And I will say, I think the hardest part is like reading making sure to set times during the day to read, which I need to get better at. So we're gonna definitely make sure to do that. I will see you guys in a little bit and keep you updated. Bye! Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. I ended up not feeling the best yesterday. In reality, I had a lot of like issues with my seizures, just life over here. So, I ended up only getting about 2 hours in. So I had like an hour and a half left, which that's okay. I think that's honestly pretty good. I did most of my reading at night before I went to bed, and I think that's pretty good considering how I was feeling. I just like a lot of times when I'm not feeling well and I'm having a lot of problems, I just really just want to like sit and watch a lot of TV, and I just want to like zone out, which like probably doesn't always seem like the healthiest thing, but sometimes it's just what you need to do because you just can't like focus on things. And like I like to watch TV shows that I've seen before because it helps. So I would really like to try to get my plant potted today. So I feel like an audiobook would be good today. I also don't know if I'm going to though, because it's supposed to rain again today. I like I'm glad because honestly I'm hoping that the flowers in the back will have they'll survive and they'll come back to life. Because right now they look like completely dead. But let's spin the wheel and see where we're at. Ah, 10 hours. Alright. I think that'll be good though, because I could finish the book that I'm reading right now, which is actually getting pretty interesting. It's kind of cool to see, like, read it versus, like, watch the TV. I've only ever seen the movie, so it's kind of cool to, like, read it versus, like, watch the movie. So I think we can get that book finished, and, of course, we can also listen to some audiobooks if I want to, like, try to, like, I really need to do a few things around the house as well. So that'll be good, and honestly, if we don't get 10, the only part I'm worried about is we're supposed to get thunderstorm, and that kind of can be like an iffy situation. So I will see you guys in a little bit and keep you guys updated. Bye. I'm on page 14 and I just immediately am pulled in and really connect to this quote where it says, "To tell the truth, it's time I faced facts here. I never really even tried. But if I'm not a New York actress, what am I? I'm a person who takes the subway from the outer boroughs to a lower Manhattan office every morning, who spends her days answering phones and doing copying, who is too disconsolate when she gets back to her apartment at night to do anything but sit on the couch and stare vacantly at reality TV shows until she falls asleep. Oh God, it really was true, wasn't it? I really was a secretary." I love that, like, feeling that she has of just feeling so like she's, in that state of her life where she wants to feel more like she knows what she is and like she wants to identify with herself, but she feels so like, oh, that feeling of not knowing who you are. I feel like we all feel that way at times, and so I just immediately love that line because I feel like that's one of those lines in a book where like you just really, you don't always like, everybody goes through their times in life where you just do not know who you are, and that's okay. But I think in our heads, we don't know that that's okay. Like, and it's hard. And so I think it's just such I just immediately connected to that. So, anyways, I just had to come on here because as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, yes. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm getting ready to go on a walk. I finished on page 112 of Julie and Julia, and last night, I definitely did not complete doing the actual, I did not go ahead and complete the 10 hours. I don't know, I got super lazy and was watching a lot of like TV, but also just kind of got lazy and like the cleaning, and I don't know. We all have those days, right? It also was like a rainy day, and I think on those days it's just hard for me to like want to do anything. But I did read for like 2 to 3 hours, so I think that's okay. Like, I mean, some days you just gotta accept what you accept, right? And so let's see how long we should read today. Today it is 4 hours. I am satisfied with that. I have been getting really frustrated with the 10 and the 7 hours because that's just not like realistic for me. I feel like some people, they can do that like no problem. I wanted to try it though, and I just feel like realistically that is not me. I also just feel like I've just had one of those weeks where I just don't want to do things. I don't know why, and I don't know if it's because it's like my first week really of like, you know, the college students are leaving, so I'm not doing things, and so it's like I just feel so like out of my zone. But I'm gonna go for a walk, so we are gonna start with listening to the Midnight Children, which I think that'll really get me excited and interested because I've been really enjoying that book, but I just did not listen to it at all yesterday, but I should have. And so we're going to listen to that, and on my walk, I'm going to make myself get outside and go for a walk and really try to like actually like do some stuff. So I will see you guys in a little bit for an update. So far, the Julie and Julia it's like kind of like that weird, like it's okay, but it's not like, I will not even sure that I would give it, I'm still debating on like whether I would give it 3 stars. I like it sometimes, and then other times I'm like, I feel like once she starts doing the blog, that's when it starts getting interesting because of the cooking, and like she seems like really like, she's trying to figure it out, and she's, I like that she's trying to find her way in life, and that's what I like about it. But otherwise, I feel like some of like the side characters are kind of like, and I think there's definitely parts of the writing that could be stronger, and parts of it that are like not as interesting. And so I think it's like most books, it's like got its ups and downs, but I don't think it's one that I like probably would have brought had I not been getting it at like a library. So we did not complete the goal that was given by the random number generator yesterday, but I got to 178 in Julie and Julia. I probably would have gotten farther had it not been for the fact that for some reason I just felt really sleepy and went to bed at 8 o'clock, which probably sounds super like crazy, but I feel like, you just eventually hit an age where, when you're tired. And then I also got 32% done, and so I'm now 32% in the Midnight Children, which I'm like impressed that I'm even that far in already because it took me longer in the other audiobook to even finish it. So, and that was before I was doing the random number generator. So, I am definitely like, this challenge has been interesting to do. And I definitely have another idea, one that I am thinking about doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And let me know what you guys think. Uh, would you guys, what is your favorite book? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.